How do you get students to engage with science when they enter high school and keep them motivated right up to IGCSE? This is a task I set myself when I first began developing the series, which is now in its 3rd edition. Like all education authors, I used my experiences in the classroom and in the laboratory and took these into the development of my books. Here are some examples. First day in high school, students tend to be in awe of what they see in the science laboratory. So I begin with a look at laboratory apparatus and how to use the Bunsen burner. I am aware that spirit burners are also used, and of course all students need to know about laboratory safety. Students need to be constantly engaged with their textbook, and I use a range of strategies to maintain this. One way is to share the reading of the text among the students, perhaps each one reading a few lines or a paragraph, as here about mixing elements and making compounds. I used to join in to keep the momentum going. When you are teaching, you ask questions to check the students' understanding. So in all the chapters you will find questions on a pale blue background to help you. Sometimes you may feel that you may like to challenge the students to think more deeply, and I have challenge yourself boxes for you to use. Here are 2 about ecosystems. To take a break from the subject topic, I used to add in occasionally an amazing fact, so here they are on the left in Did You Know boxes. The students can share them as fun facts with their families and friends. Another way to let students examine what they are learning is to let them talk about it together in small groups and then report back to the rest of the class. I provide suggestions for this in Let's Talk boxes. Here we have one relating to extreme weather events. Science, of course, is a practical subject, and science enquiries are embedded in the chapters. Here we have a simple investigation following the steps in the scientific method, and a more complex one involving using laboratory apparatus to identify gases. Throughout the student books, I have tried to maintain an informal, almost chatty style in the hope that the students find that science is an enjoyable experience. But we must also make sure that they are prepared to take the Cambridge Checkpoint examinations. So each chapter begins with a list of objectives which are addressed in the chapter, followed by a Do You Remember section to test the students' previous knowledge of the subject, and ends with a summary that can use to check your students' knowledge and understanding, and a series of end-of-chapter questions which progressively increase in difficulty to make sure the students' knowledge and understanding is becoming secure so that they can be successful in their examinations. At the end of each book there is a glossary of scientific terms which will help the students develop their scientific literacy.